Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the New York Knicks. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. They are down a body tonight, but it shouldn't have too much of an impact in their rotation.
Missing a valued contributor. That can be a challenge. Now, we'll see how they overcome it.
Now, New York starting five. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at the point guard position. And for Oklahoma City, two big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the two. And it's Williams in at the three, the small forward. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
The shot by Dort, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Knocks down the long J.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
And the Thunder were already a tough defensive unit, Doris. Went out and got more stoppers last season in Isaiah Hartenstein and Alex Caruso.
It is a prerequisite for Mark Daigneault that you be able to guard your backside off on the defensive end. They lean into their strengths. They were the best of the West in 2024, and then you go out and get better. That front office is first level good. So good.
Oklahoma City shooting their initial free throws of the game here. No good on that one. All right, Doris, for the Knicks, would you run a two-man with Brunson and Cat or stagger their minutes?
B.A., I think the answer is you do both, obviously. But if you stagger it, it's because of what they're not doing on the defensive end. Teams will target Brunson and Cat because they are not elite defensive players. But at the same time, they are both elite offensive players. And there will be moments, particularly late game, where you want your best players on the floor. So the answer is both.
Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Dort. Hartenstein with a screen on Brunson. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Drains the triple.
Well, the very definition of a stretch big, right? Chet Holmgren comes in with the reputation as a spacer.
Here's Brunson, and he converts the layup.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And SGA gets it to go.
Oh, my goodness. How good was that move by Shea, creating a bucket?
Brunson against SGA. Brunson passes to Robinson. Now Bridges. Clock at 6. A little mid-range shot is up. And that one's good. Brunson.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Knicks out in front. They're up by 1. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
On offense, here are the Thunder. They trail by 1. Holmgren is out there with Jalen Williams. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Mitchell in at the point. That's the group. For Oklahoma City getting going in the second. Well, the painted area is really where Mitchell Robinson thrives, Doris.
B.A., he might be the best offensive rebounder in the game, and his ability to do that helps teams win on the margins. He's also a menace on the defensive end, a massive presence at the rim.
Here's Wallace after the basket by New York. There's a minute 17 left to play in the second quarter. Holmgren outside, launches a three. The Knicks pull it in. Alvarado outside. To the middle. Kicks it out to Clarkson. Pass to Bridges. Robinson on the wing. The three is up. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A. And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And it's good for 2.
You just can't give up looks that close to the rim.
New York leading by 3. Alvarado, left side. Clarkson passes to Diawara. Robinson on the wing. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Knicks up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot. It's all good. Give it up for the participant.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, B.A., they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
Checking out the group for Mike Brown to start the second half. We've got Mikal Bridges. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the basket by New York. And that one's good. Holmgren.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And the rise of Jalen Brunson has been fun to watch, Doris. No one saw him being this good.
I would count myself amongst those people, B.A., and it's extraordinary. Jalen Brunson has proven highly effective, all league level effective, without having elite athleticism or size. And what that speaks to is his intelligence on the basketball floor. He has proven without those 2 qualities that you can be effective at the highest levels of the game. You have to admire it.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
And Jalen Brunson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. A minute 15 left to play in the third. Hartenstein slams it in.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Brunson, so confident at the rim.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
And Williams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 5-point game. Williams with the screen. SGA passes to Holmgren. Outside for Dort. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Pass to Williams. The three-pointer off the mark. New York leading by 5. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, there's a toughness to Josh Hart. You don't mess with him from a contact perspective. He will absorb it.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
2 shots.
That free throw misses.
Now, the intensity, the toughness, the absolute ability to play bigger than your size, that is Josh Hart.
Good on the second one. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. SGA passes to Holmgren. Back to SGA. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
At the line for your
Let's remember, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 6'6", so getting on the interior is not a problem.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And when the pressure mounts, he is absolutely someone they can rely on.
Here's Brunson. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Knicks out in front, up 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. 4-point game. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Holmgren against Brunson. Holmgren with the block.
You can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
And he racks up 2.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. Coach delivering an inspiring message to his team saying, quote, hey, We can win this game. Believe in yourselves. Battle to the end. Honestly, guys, even I was a bit pumped up after hearing this one.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Can't get it. Thunder with a lead. Here's Hartenstein. Banks it home. Big shot.
Boy, that is a heads-up play right there by Lou Dort. He sees an opening and gets the ball exactly where it needs to go.
Bridges. And he nails it.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Now Holmgren. He launches. Hartenstein. Yes! Using that window.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, we know how hard this guy works and how skilled he is at it.
Brunson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Anunoby. Takes a three. Holmgren there for the rebound. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Dort. Ooh, he leaves no question.
That's a big-time bucket. Lou Dort has unshakable confidence.
This is do or die time.
They must play flawlessly.
Now here's Brunson. Now Anunoby. Jacks up a three. Yes, sir, with the three.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 3-point game.
Question is, now can they protect the 3-point lead he's given them?
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul. Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. SGA looking around. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the center position.
Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
Now here's Brunson. Now Bridges. Anunoby. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Holmgren with the block.
Oh, that's a big-time rejection from Chet Holmgren, making his defensive presence felt.
So it's Oklahoma City now. The lead is 2. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
The strategy is simple. Get a quick score and foul right away.
Everybody has got to be in the exact perfect position defensively, and execution has got to be on point.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
Now a timeout called by New York. There's 10 seconds left in OT. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws good, and it's an 8-point ball game.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And BA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.